Even in the middle of a mess of a game, Sooners land themselves a commitment. 4-star safety Reggie Powers commit to the Sooners right in the middle of the quarter of a game that we ended up losing. We're not going to talk about the loss right now. We can talk about that another time, but we're going to talk about Reggie Powers and how the Ohio safety decided Oklahoma's the place to be for him. And so let's dive into that. But before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thanks for pulling up to the channel. We got to have some excitement on this one because we picked ourselves up a nice safety, top 270 player in the country. So basically top 300 player in high school football. And he's a pretty big, I say, commitment for the Sooners and what we're trying to do right now. So let's look at his measurables. Let's talk about Reggie. And let's try to get some sort of excitement going on after today. All right, I anticipate this to happen like in a few days, but he decided today was the day. So Reggie Powers, 6 foot, 200-pound safety out of Dayton, Ohio, at Centerville High School is where he's playing ball at. He is on 3. He is a consensus 4-star, 214th in the country. And you see him on 247. He's sitting at 275th in the nation as a composite 4-star on there. It's top 154 player in the country based upon their standard ratings. He was committed to Michigan State initially, and this guy has a very nice offer sheet. Ohio State was big on him. Michigan State, Cincinnati. You know, he had Wake, Louisville, Duke. He had some pretty solid schools coming after him, and so we ended up pulling it. I mean, he had over 40-something offers. Like, a lot of schools were wanting services. Notre Dame, Tennessee even had him on there, and when he narrowed it down, he ended up at Michigan State, but then he decided it wasn't the place to be for him. And so when you watch the film on Reggie, he's a hitter. We talked about him potentially flipping about a month or so when Oklahoma gave him the offer after he decommitted from Michigan State, after, you know, the scandals and everything that's going on there. But this dude can hit. And so at his size and power, that's what we need here in Oklahoma. We need safeties that's ready to go out there and level folks. I mean, we've seen Reggie Pearson do some stuff. We saw Billy Bowman do some things. We've seen a lot on the defensive side and the development and how it's getting better. And now we've got to continue to push that moving forward. And so this 22-4 commit, as you're watching him on this film, man, he be going, man. And I was excited when I saw him as a potential flip. I've been keeping an eye on him. I've been hearing words that, you know, it's going to come sooner than later. And he does a really good job of finding the ball where it's at. He can keep track of it. As well as, like I said, he go out there and level folks, man. That's what you need. We need guys that can hit. We need guys that's going to be able to get in the backfield on blitzes. Powers embodies that in what we're trying to do here at Oklahoma. And so when you look at it here for the Sooners and, you know, this win, which this is a big win. We know it's a big win. I mean, as to the class, that gets us at about 28 hard commitments right now. Told you I was going to probably get about 30. I had some people tell me we weren't, but we're going to get to that point. But you add him with Michael Patterson McDonald. You add him with Michael Boganowski. You throw him out there. You just added Devon Jordan at corner. And, you know, Jeremiah Newcomb, who's been in the class for a while. And Jaden Hardy, who's a top 200 player safety in the country. We're just building a class in preparation to go into the SEC, right? We're building up a class of top 200 players. A lot of them, you know, we're filling it out. And this is what you got to do if you want to be successful. On 247, technically, he's our 5th best player on the list, and it's not too bad. And so this is what we got to go after. I mean, we just watch, you know, in the last game, missing Bowen. He's hurt. You know, we're seeing injuries. We're seeing people get disqualified. And so overall, what you're seeing out of this safety team, out of this staff, is an emphasis on players that are really good at the technique of tackling. And that's what Reggie is showing. As like I say, he's also really good at finding the ball. But as soon as somebody scrambles, he's right there to chase them out. He's there to make sure that they're not cutting back on them. He's putting a helmet in their chest. It's hard to find guys that like to hit, right? That's able to get players down. And so Reggie's one of those that I anticipate is going to really grow for this class. And so I say, comparing him what we just got out of Michael Boganowski, who's also a hitter, but, can play both sides of the ball. We might have something special coming out of Powers, and just being able to steal him out of the backyard of Ohio State. They really wanted him. I was hearing that he's potentially going to go there, and Allen gives him this story on him. He has a basketball background, physical, he's strong. He can use his height very well. He can jump. So basketball player as well as football guy. So that means that he knows how to, like I said, target the ball, be able to make things happen. So I wanted to drop y'all a quick video on this one. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know what's your thoughts. We just picked up Reggie Powers, somebody that we know we wanted. We closed and sealed the deal. So the class is starting to fill out. 28 commits so far. I'm anticipating at least 30. We're making sure that we walk in the SEC stacked with players and that competitive depth that we're going to need in order to be competitive long term. So we got it. We're getting it. I'm excited about it. If you made it this far, you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Come and join the family. We talk a lot of college football here, a lot of OU football commitments as well, college football in general. So YouTube says check out one of these videos. Highly recommended. It's other commits. Tell us what you think, and we will talk soon. Peace.